Dari Utsman ibn Affan berkata, aku mendengar Nabi SAW bersabda, sesiapa yang membaca Bismillahilladzi la yadurru ma'asmihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama' wa huwas sami'ul alim, yang bermaksud dengan nama Allah yang dengan namanya tidak ada sesuatu pun yang dapat memberikan kemudaratan di bumi maupun di langit. Dialah yang maha mendengar lagi maha mengetahui. Sebanyak 3 kali, maka dia tidak akan ditimpa bala yang datang secara tiba-tiba sehingga subuh. Dan barang siapa yang membacanya ketika subuh sebanyak 3 kali, maka dia tidak akan ditimpa bala secara tiba-tiba sehingga petang, iaitu malam. Hadis rawahu Abu Dawud menurut Syekh Syu'ib Al-Arnud. Hadis ini adalah hasan.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. I bid to all watching Perlis Mengaji 2020 while staying at home. This marked the second time of me being at here. I am teacher Fatin Atikah Binti Roslan from SMK Syed Sirajuddin, and you can call me teacher Fatin. Before we start our lesson for today, I would like to thank Majlis Agama Islam and Adat Istiadat Negeri Perlis, Kerajaan Negeri Perlis, and Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Perlis for this opportunity to share some tips on learning English. Okay? As you can see, our topic for today is the easy peasy past tense. We shall focus on past tense, especially simple past and past continuous. And we shall look at how you can use these tenses. Okay? Okay, if you still remember my previous lessons on verbs, I touched on tenses too, okay, where verbs play an important role to tell time. Now you can see on the screen, the tenses are divided into 3, okay. There are past tense, and then we have present tense, and future tense, okay. So let us look over here. Amir was a Form 2 student, okay. Amir is a Form 3 student. Amir will be a Form 4 student, okay. The girl smiled at me. The girl smiles at me. The girl will smile at me. A cat was running around. A cat is running around. A cat will be running around. I was interested in English. I am interested in English. I shall be interested in English. Okay. So let us focus on the verbs here. Okay. Can you see the changes from past tense to present tense? Okay. And then to future tense. We have was become is become will be. Okay. We have smile become smiles and then will smile. We have was running, is running, will be running. Was interested, am interested, and shall be interested. Okay, do you still remember that I told you past tense, they come with either was or were, and then it can also come in the form of ed, which you can see in smile, and then we have was running, and then we have was interested. Was running, which is with ing, and then we have was interested, which is with ed. Okay, so these differences will be explained to you throughout our lesson for today. It can be challenging, but no worries, because this is easy peasy as long as you pay attention. Kacang sahaja, okay? So let us continue. Okay, so what is past tense? Okay, as the word past suggests, it is something in the past. Okay, it can be the past activity or even past state of being. Okay, like for example, you can see on the screen. Okay, for past activity, we have number 1. Yesterday, I cycled to school. Okay, yesterday I cycled to school, which shows an action. That means you're cycling. This cycling was done in the past. Okay, and the same goes with number 2, which is Aunt Maria greeted me. Okay, Aunt Maria greeted me. This tells us that Aunt Maria already did that. Okay, perhaps this happened last week, or perhaps this happened 50 years ago, or maybe 100,000 years ago. Okay, so it means like something yang dah pun lepas, dah pun berlaku. Okay. Besides that, okay, past tense can also tell the past state of being, okay, or the feelings over here, the situation. Maksudnya past tense ni beritahu tentang keadaan yang lepas, perasaan yang lepas, dan juga situasi yang lepas. Okay. So, for example, we have here, yesterday I was happy. Okay, this tells that this person feels happy yesterday. Benda yang dah lepas, dia rasa happy. Mungkin sekarang dia tak rasa happy. Okay, ataupun number 2, the boys were gloomy. Okay, the boys were gloomy. Maksudnya budak lelaki itu sebelum ni ataupun benda yang dah lepas, dia sedih. Okay, dia bersedih. Maybe sekarang dia happy. Okay. So, as we go through nanti, you will understand better about past tense. Okay. Now, on the screen is the timeline for tenses. Okay, as you can see, we have past, present, and future. Okay, we have the red arrow pointing out in both direction. Satu ke kanan dan satu ke kiri. Okay. As you can see, it shows that present tense is in the middle over here. Okay, as you can see, and then you have the future tense, which is to the right. Okay, over here, and then you have the if you wish to talk about something that happened yesterday, or something that happened last few days, or even about the time when you are only 7 years old, maksudnya masa-masa dulu, we are going to use past tense, which is on the left over here. Okay. So now I need you to pay attention to the first part. Okay, there are simple past, and then simple present, and simple future tense. You look at the timeline below them. Okay, I want you to look over here. Okay, here, here, and also here. Okay. Okay. There, I divided the timeline in past tense into 2. Okay. So we have over here, this is the timeline for past tense, and then I divided it into 2. One over here and then one over here. The same goes with present tense. I divided it into 2, which is here and then here, and the same with future tense, which is here and here. Okay. So what I'm trying to tell you here is because I want you to know that in each of the tense, okay, you still have the present tense. You have the present time. Okay. For example, you look over here, past tense. Okay. You have this line to show that it is something which is at the moment, or it is something that is in the present, which you can see over here. I put a dot here. Okay. So if the action is over here, it means that it is something in the past. Okay, something that happened before. But if it is over here, it is the present time, or we can say it is at the moment. And if it is over here, then it is something after. And as you can see, it can be from here until here, which means that it is something ongoing. Okay. So the line here, okay, represents something that is in the present and at the moment. Okay. So, let's see. Since our focus for today is past tense, I want you just to look at the past tense timeline. Okay, so in past tense, I divided it into 4, okay, which you're supposed to know, okay. So we have number 1, simple past, Number 2, past perfect. And number 3, past continuous. Okay, and we have number 4, past perfect continuous. Okay, these 4 tenses in past tense. Okay, for number 1, okay, we have simple past. For example, I learned English. Okay, I want to tell you about my study years. Okay, in 2008, I was a Form 5 student. And now I am a teacher. So that is in the past, and thus, if I want to talk about my 2008, then it is something in the past tense. It should be in past tense, okay? But what interesting about simple past tense is that it is done in the past. Okay, you look at the sentence that I'm going to give here. Okay, here. In 2008, I learned English. Okay, in 2008, I learned English. Maksudnya, pada tahun 2008, saya belajar bahasa Inggeris. This tells about something that happened in the past and it is done. Maksudnya, berlaku pada tahun 2008 dan habis pada tahun 2008. Maksudnya, benda dah habis dah. Berlaku waktu tu dan habis waktu tu juga. Okay. Now, I want you to look at number 2, which is past perfect. Okay. Okay, past perfect. You look at the arrow. Okay. Okay, before that, you look at the arrow. Okay, the arrow is over here. Okay. It actually tells the actions, okay, that had already happened. Okay, for example, I had learned English. Okay, I had learned English before I learned Mandarin. Saya telah belajar bahasa Inggeris sebelum saya belajar bahasa Mandarin. Maksudnya perkara yang dah pun berlaku sebelum perkara lain pula berlaku. Okay, completed action before another action take place. So my completed action is I had learned English, and the another action that take place is I learned Mandarin. Okay, so I had learned English before I learned Mandarin. Okay, let us continue with number 3. Number 3 is past continuous tense. Okay, you look at the arrow. Okay, the arrow is over here. I'm sorry, it's a bit to the up. Okay, okay. You look at the arrow, it goes past the yellow line. You can see here, from here until here. Okay, it passed the yellow line. So it tells that the action is actually ongoing, or it is still in progress. Okay, but the thing is, it is in past tense. Okay, it is ongoing, but then it is in past tense. Okay, for example, I have here is I was learning English when I decided to take a Mandarin class. Okay, again, I was learning English when I decided to take a Mandarin class. Yang bawa maksud saya sedang belajar bahasa Inggeris semasa saya membuat keputusan untuk mengikuti kelas bahasa Mandarin. Ataupun cara lain kita boleh cakap dia, semasa saya membuat keputusan untuk mengikuti kelas bahasa Mandarin, saya sebenarnya sedang belajar bahasa Inggeris. Okay? Tapi ini semua adalah perkara yang dah berlaku. Walaupun dia ongoing, tapi it is in the past. Okay? Kita nak ceritakan semula je. Okay. Perbuatan yang sedang berlaku dalam masa lepas dan perkara tersebut boleh memberi gambaran untuk perkara berikutnya. Contohnya, I was learning English. Okay, saya sedang belajar bahasa Inggeris dan nak beri gambaran, pada masa sama juga saya ambil keputusan untuk belajar bahasa Mandarin. Okay, untuk mengikuti kelas bahasa Mandarin. So this is what we call ongoing activity to set the scene for another action. Dia bagi satu suasana, dia bagi satu keadaan yang kita boleh bayangkan benda tu. Dia tak habis dengan I was learning English saja. Kalau kamu cakap saya sedang belajar bahasa Inggeris, jadi apa yang kamu cuba nak sampaikan kat sini? Okay, bila kamu cakap I was learning English when I decided to take a Mandarin class, dia bermaksud saya sedang belajar bahasa Inggeris. Masa tu saya tengah fikir juga untuk mengikuti kelas bahasa Mandarin. So dia ada satu situasi dekat situ. Okay, now let us proceed with the last one. Okay, last one ni dia nampak complicated sebab dia makin banyak verb dia. As you go through, simple past tadi ada satu verb je. Past perfect, 2 verbs. Past continuous, 2 verbs but then with ing. And then past perfect continuous, 3 verbs. So you can see over there. So dia nampak macam rumit sikit. So look at the arrow. Okay, you look at the arrow. It got dot at the back and it passes the yellow line over here. Okay, dot and then passes the yellow line. So this tells that the action is something you've been doing. Sama macam past continuous tadi. Tapi bezanya dekat sini, you've been doing and now recently it stops. Baru-baru ni saja dia habis. Ataupun waktu kita duduk cerita tu dia dah habis dah. Okay? So it tells that the action that I've been doing in 2008 now is done. Because we are talking about me learning English in 2008. So whatever I've been learning in 2008 until recently, baru-baru ni saja, so dah stop. Okay, I have been learning English, okay, and then baru-baru ni stop. Maksudnya dah habis dah belajar bahasa Inggeris. This can mean when you talk about like for example lah, I talk about me learning English for 12 years. Belajar bahasa Inggeris selama 12 tahun and now no longer. Sebab tu teacher boleh sebut I have been learning English. Like you can see on the screen, I have been learning English until recently. Saya duk belajar bahasa Inggeris sampailah baru-baru ni. Okay? So it shows that an ongoing action in the past but has ended. Okay? So what I want you to see here is actually we are going to learn about past tense. But for you guys in the Form 1, Form 2 or Form 3, you are going to focus on simple past and past continuous tense. Okay? Okay, look on the screen. I want you to look at this table. Okay, these are all samples of verbs used in each tense. So we have over here simple past. Okay, we have was, were, talk with ed, played with ed, and then we have ran, got, cut, and put. Okay, and you can see over here I put regular verbs over here. Okay, as we go through, we are going to go through that after this. And then I have irregular verbs over here. Okay, so I'm going to explain it later. And then as you can see over here we have past perfect, exactly what we had learned just now. We have simple past and then past perfect. As you can see on past perfect we have had talk, had played, had ran, had got, had cut, and had put. Okay? And then we have past continuous, was talking, were talking, was playing, were playing, was running, okay, were running, was getting, were getting, was cutting, were cutting, was putting, were putting. And then we have past perfect continuous, had been talking, okay, had been playing, had been running, had been getting, had been cutting, and had been putting. I believe that right now you can see the pattern here. Okay, for example, like simple past, you know that we have been using was and were, and then when it comes to regular verbs, you just need to add in ed, okay, at the end of the verb. And then for irregular verb, you need to change. For example, this one, run become ran, got, get become got, and then cut maintain with put. Okay. And then as you can see for past perfect you have had, talk, which means that you've been using the word had, and had. Okay, so you know that when you see these, you know that it is past perfect. And past continuous, we use was talking, were talking. So the moment you see was with ing, were with ing, so you know that it is past continuous. And then we have past perfect continuous, which you are going to see had been with ing, and then yes, all had been with ing, had been talking, had been playing, had been running. Okay, so next time when you see this pattern, okay, you will be able to identify which are simple past, which are past perfect, which are which one is simple past, which one is past perfect, which one is past continuous, and which one is past perfect continuous. Okay. But our focus for today, like I mentioned earlier, we are just going to focus on simple past and past continuous. Okay. Do you know what is regular and irregular verb? Here, regular and irregular verbs. So we are going to look at that. Okay. Look on the screen. Regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay. Both of these verbs, it can either be action verb or stative verb. Okay. Which you have learned before, and it is divided into two, which are regular and irregular. As you can see, the regular verb, okay, are those which we add d or ed on their base verb. Okay, we have base verb over here: moved, open, prepare, search, and lock. Okay, these are base verbs. And if you want to make it past tense, then you just need to add d or ed at the back of it. So we have moved become moved, open become opened, prepare become prepared, search become search, and lock become lock. So what you can see over here is again a pattern, satu corak di mana nampak d, ed, d, ed, ed. And that's why it is called regular. Okay, regular verb. Irregular verb is those verb which has no pattern. Tak nampak corak dia. They can change to different spelling, or they won't change at all. For example, we have over here, okay, base verb: bite, eat, fight, give, and cause. Okay, for bite, you remove the letter e. Okay, become beat. Okay, and then eat become at. Okay, you simply change the arrangement of the letter. And then fight become fought, where you change I with OU. And then give become gave, you change I with A. And then cost remain as cost. So you don't have any pattern over here. And that is why it is called irregular. Okay? Okay. So let us check our understanding. Okay? Of past tense. Okay. Can you change the present tense sentences into past tense? So we have 7 sentences over here. Okay. I want you to look at the first one. We have I read a book. Okay. So the verb is read. Okay. Read is the present tense. Okay. So I want you to change read into past tense. So is it I read a book, or is it I read a book? So which one? Okay, the answer is I read a book. Okay, the verb read is an irregular verb. Okay, and the spelling is the same, but the way you pronounce it is different. For example, okay, present tense, I read a book, but when it is in past tense, I read a book. Okay, clear? Okay, number 2, a dolphin is in there. Okay, a dolphin is in there. This is very direct, and I'm pretty sure you guys know this, because is, okay, is, you just need to change it into was. So the answer should be I was in there. Okay, look at number 3. My father locks the door. Okay, my father locks the door. So the verb is locks with s. And you want to change it into past tense. So which one is the correct answer? Is it my father locked the door, or my father locked the door with ed? So lock is a regular verb, and you just need to add ed at the back of it. Okay, so the answer is my father locked the door. Okay, let's look at number 4. Sammy tells me a story. Okay, Sammy tells me a story. So which one is the correct answer? Is it tell me a story or told me a story? So the answer should be told. Okay, again, exactly like lock just now. Okay, number 5. The wind is strong. Okay, this is again super easy. Okay, the wind is strong. Is, you need to change it into was. Okay, that is the correct answer. The wind was strong. Okay, let us go to number 6. All the girls are screaming. Okay, All the girls are screaming. Okay. You need to always bear this in mind, okay? Because the verb to be are the one that need to be changed, but not the ing. So kita tak ubah screaming tu. We are just going to look at are, okay? We just need to change that. So are into were. So the answer should be all the girls were screaming, okay? So please bear this in mind. You don't change the ing, you just need to change the verb to be, okay? Which is or are become was or were. Look at number 7. It's exactly the same as number 6. Mother is cutting a cake. So mother is cutting a cake. The correct answer should be, it is still cutting, but is it was or were? So the answer is mother was cutting a cake. Okay, this is pretty easy. Okay, let us proceed with our lesson on simple past tense. Okay, now on your screen we have a table with different color. Okay, we have this, and this one. Okay, in English, you learn verbs and tenses because you want to use it in everyday communication, so that you can convey your ideas. Okay, and in order to communicate, you will have to know how to use the verbs and tenses in sentence. Okay. So this is where you use the SVO. So kenapa belajar tenses ni? Sebab kita nak buat ayat ni, okay? So we have subject and then we have verb, which you are going to make use with suitable tenses. Nak cakap pasal benda lepas atau benda yang sekarang ataupun benda yang mendatang. And then we have the object. Okay. Like I said earlier, you want to use the sentences to communicate. This you will have to know about positive sentences, okay, like over here, positive sentences, negative sentences, and then also question form, okay. Komunikasi kan bila kita tanya soalan dan akan ada orang yang menjawab, and the same goes with the others. Orang tanya soalan dan kita juga menjawab ataupun kita buat statement, okay. Dan inilah kegunaan verb tadi, verb dan juga tenses, okay. Di mana kita bina ayat untuk berkomunikasi, dan bergantung pada kita nak cakap. Macam teacher cakap tadi tentang perkara yang akan jadi, iaitu future tense, ataupun perkara yang sedang berlaku, which is present tense, ataupun perkara yang dah pun berlaku. Kita nak cerita balik sejarah dulu, jadi kita gunakan past tense. So for today we are going to learn about cara nak bercakap dengan tentang perkara yang dah berlaku, sejarah dulu. So we are going to use past tense, benda yang dah lepas. So let us look at all the sentences. Okay, we have they were in school. Okay, they were not in school. Were they in school? Ashraf and Abid cleaned the house. Ashraf and Abid did not clean the house. Did Ashraf and Abid clean the house? Okay, number 3. I bought a computer. I did not buy a computer. Did I buy a computer? Okay. As you can see, these sentences are in simple past tense. Okay. And if you use were, okay, in positive sentence, then you will need to use were not in the negative sentence, where you just need to add in the word not. Okay. This is like saying yes or no, okay? And then we have question form. For example, let's look over here. Were they in school? Yes, they were in school. Or were they in school? No, they were not in school. Okay. Look at the next one. Ashraf and Abid cleaned the house. And when it is negative, you just need to add not, okay? Did not clean the house. So Ashraf and Abid did not clean the house. And if it is question, did Ashraf and Abid clean the house? So this is where you answer it. Did Ashraf and Abid clean the house? Yes, Ashraf and Abid cleaned the house. Did Ashraf and Abid clean the house? No, Ashraf and Abid did not clean the house. Okay, did I buy a computer? Yes, I bought a computer. Did I buy a computer? I did not buy a computer. Okay, so it is simple. As you can see over here again, if it is auxiliary verbs, okay, we use were. We just need to add in not. Okay, but when it is action verb like clean over here, then you need to add in did not. Okay, did not, and the word clean over here, you need to remove the ed, so make it a base verb. So it becomes did not clean without ed. Okay, so please bear that in mind. Okay, the same goes with this one. So this is irregular verbs. I bought a computer. Okay, for positive sentence. But when you want to make it negative, it will become did not, and the word bought, you should change it into base verb, base verb, which is buy. Okay, so I bought a computer, it becomes I did not buy a computer. Okay, so there are 3 rules for simple past tense. Okay, so let us look at the rules. Okay, we have rules for verb to be. Okay, and then which is was and were. Okay, and then we have the rules for regular verbs like cook, pushed, stayed, or played, the one with ed. And then we have the rule for irregular verb like ran, caught, put, and bought just now. Okay, so let us look at the rules for simple past tense. Number 1, as you can see on the screen. Okay, for the positive sentence, the rule is subject plus was or were. As you can see over here, she was a teacher. Okay, she was a teacher. Zaki was at work. Zaki was at work. You were hungry. You were hungry. The cats were in the cage. The cats were in the cage. Okay, but if you want to make it negative sentence, then you just need to add not after the verb to be. For example, she was a teacher become she was not a teacher. Zaki was at work. Zaki was not at work. You were hungry. You were not hungry. The cats were in the cage. The cats were not in the cage. So, and if you wish to ask questions using the past tense, you need to rearrange the verb to the front, okay? And then followed by the subject. For example, we have over here, she was a teacher. So, she is the subject and was is the verb. If we want to make it into question, so you just need to start with was. As you can see over here, was she a teacher? Okay, Zaki was at work. So if you want to make it a question, was Zaki at work? You were hungry. Were you hungry? The cats were in the cage. Were the cats in the cage? Okay, so that's how it works. Very simple. Okay, next one. The second rules is when the sentence use regular verbs. Okay, when the sentence use regular verb, okay, for positive sentence, you will use the subject with a past tense verb. You just need to add in ed. For example, we have over here, he smashed the brick. Okay, he smashed the brick. As you can see, I highlighted them with green, so you know that this green verb is actually the base verb, and I just simply add in ed at the back of it. So he smashed the brick. Tanesh collected stamps. We picked the best song. A few fish died in the pond. So that is for positive sentence. Okay. However, when you want to use it in a negative sentence, you must add did not. Remember, I told you when it is it is action verb, then you just need to add did not in front of it, and then change the verb from ed into base verb. Okay. For example, we have he did not smash. It's over here. He smashed the brick. Over here, it becomes he did not smash the brick. Tanesh collected stamps. Tanesh did not collect stamps. We picked the best song. We did not pick the best song. A few fish died in the pond. A few fish did not die in the pond. And if you wish to ask questions, then you will have to start with did followed by the subject first. Okay, followed by the subject first and then the base verb, as you can see over here. So we have did followed by the subject and then the verb, the base verb. Okay, let us see. For example, he smashed the brick. Okay, it will become did he smash the brick? Okay, Tanesh collected stamps. Did Tanesh collect stamps? We picked the best song. Did we pick the best song? A few fish died in the pond. Did a few fish die in the pond? As you can see, did followed by subject and then the verb. And make sure the verb should not have ed. Okay, so it should be the base verb. Okay, let us proceed with number 3. Okay, rules number 3, which is irregular verb. Okay, for irregular verb, the positive sentence take past tense verbs. Okay, like we have over here, ran. Okay, kalau biasa dia run, R-U-N, tapi here right now it become ran, which means that it is past tense. So it ran in the big cage. Chomel drank from the cup. They fed the monkey. The students set a target. Okay, but if you wish to make it negative, okay, you just need to add in did not and then go back to the base verb. Okay, for example, it ran in the big cage. So ran become run. It did not run in the big cage. Chomel drank from the cup. Chomel did not drink from the cup. They fed the monkey. They did not feed the monkey. The students set a target. The students did not set a target. Okay. The same goes with questions. You will have to rearrange the words. As you can see here, we start with did and then this subject and then the base verbs. Sorry, the base verb. So we have it ran in the big cage. Okay, it will be did it run in the big cage. Go back to the base verb. Chomel drank from the cup. Did Chomel drink from the cup? They fed the monkey. Did they feed the monkey? The students set a target. So did the students set a target? Okay. So that is how you can use the simple past tense to communicate or provide ideas. You just need to, for positive sentence, like you give a statement or you answer a question. Okay, we have question, we have statement. Okay, and that is all about past tense. Okay, so I want to check whether you understand or not. You can check whether you really understand or not, and you will know better when you try to answer this question. I love exercise because only then I know whether I am good at it or not. Okay, and it helps me to understand better too. So let us try this one. For this exercise, you are given positive sentences and negative sentences. As you can see, we have positive over here and we have negative over here. All you have to do is look for the questions. So which one is the best question form for each of the sentence. Okay, so let us look at number 1. Number 1, I was at the kitchen. So the verb here is was. I was at the kitchen. Remember the rule. When you want to make it questions, then you should start with the verb to be and followed by the subject. So the answer should be, let's look at over here. Look at the question. Was is the verb and then after it is at, which is not the subject. So definitely this is not the answer. The answer should be was and then I at the kitchen. Was I at the kitchen? Okay? So number 2, we promised to be best friends. Okay? We promised to be best friend. Since promise is an action verb, you will have to add in the word did. Okay, after the word did, you need to take in the subject. So let us see over here, did and then the subject. Both are using did and the subject. And then after that, you need to add in the base verb. So is promise a base verb or promised with ed is the base verb? Yes, so the answer is, did we promise to be best friends? Okay, without ed. Please bear that in mind. Okay, no ed. Okay, number 3. Amir fed the fish. Okay, Amir fed the fish. So again, verb fed is actually an action verb. So what you need to do is you need to add in did in front of it. So did and then Amir. Did Amir? Okay, did Amir. So which one is the base verb? Is it fed or feed? So the answer should be, did Amir feed the fish? Okay. So that is for positive sentences. Now let us look at the negative sentences. We have over here, number 1, Maria was not happy. So was not is the verb. Say, Maria was not happy. Negative verb was not. So when you want to make it a question, remember, question should be neutral. Okay, no, not. Don't put not. you shouldn't have a negative question. You should make it neutral. Okay. So the best one is, was Maria happy or was Maria not happy? So the neutral one is, was Maria happy? So that is the answer. Was Maria happy? Okay. Number two, they did not study at home. Okay, they did not study at home. Again, negative sentence, you want to make it questions, make it neutral. So remove the word not. Okay, which one have the word not? Did they not study at home? So that one is totally wrong. The answer should be, did they study at home? Okay, make it neutral. Okay, number three, Saiful was not here. Okay, Saiful was not here. Okay, was not. Remember, okay, over here we have Saiful was not here with a question mark, and another one we have, was Saiful here? Okay, over here, the one thing that you need to remember again is make it neutral. Question should be neutral. So when it has not over here, so it is wrong. And one more thing, the arrangement of the words, okay, the sentence structure is wrong. You should start with the word was. Okay, so was Saiful here? So that is the answer. Okay. Okay, let us continue. Okay, past continuous tense. Okay, we have over here positive sentence, negative sentence, and then question forms. Okay. You look over here. They were writing in school. Okay. Lisa was cleaning the house. I was repairing a computer. And then we have the negative sentence. They were not writing in school. Lisa was not cleaning the house. I was not repairing the computer. Repairing a computer, I'm sorry. And then we have question form. Were they writing in school? Was Lisa cleaning the house? Or was I repairing a computer? Okay, so as you can see, okay, the clue here is ing. So this is past continuous tense. Okay, so what is the rule for past continuous tense? Let us see over here. Okay, we only have one rule for past continuous tense, which means that you need to use the verb to be. So as you can see, for positive sentence, okay, you will use was or were with base verb ing. Okay, the base verb ing. The base verb over here is garden. Okay, and then over here is baking, and over here is sleep. Okay, so what you need to do is subject plus was or were with the verb and ing. Okay, so let us read the first one. She was gardening. Okay, she was gardening. You were baking cake. Okay, the dogs were sleeping. Okay, for negative sentences, you will have to add the word not between verb to be. So the verb to be is was, okay, and between the verb to be and the base verb with ing. So the base verb with ing, like for example this one, she was gardening. So we have gardening over here and we have was over here. Okay, I repeat it again. So she was gardening. Okay, so you just need to include not in between here. So she was not gardening. You were baking cake, so put in over here not, so it become you were not baking cake. The dogs were sleeping, so put not over here. The dogs were not sleeping. Okay, but if you want to ask questions, then you will have to arrange the verb to be on the front. Okay, in the front, followed by the subject, then the base verb with ing. Okay, so for example, we have over here, she was gardening, become was she gardening. You were baking cake, become were you baking cake. The dogs were sleeping, become were the dogs sleeping. Okay, for your information, past continuous tense, it describes the ongoing activity. Okay, the ongoing activity in the past, like I mentioned earlier. So something that happened in the past. Benda yang sedang berlaku tetapi di masa yang lepas. Okay, and often it sets the scene for another action. Okay, dia letakkan satu suasana untuk tindakan yang berikutnya. So for example, we have over here, you can see these three sentences together, two sentences with one questions. We have she was gardening when she saw the accident. Okay, she was gardening when she saw the accident. So she was gardening is the past continuous tense over here. Okay, it tells us that at that particular moment, back to the time, okay, back to that day, she was gardening. When suddenly, okay, she saw the accident. Okay, so dia sedang berkebun, kemudian dia nampak kemalangan. Okay, if you only say she was gardening, it is unclear ataupun hanging. Okay, ayat tu macam tergantung. Okay, but if you say she was gardening when suddenly there was an accident, you will see a situation there. Ada satu keadaan. Nampak perjalanan suasana dari dia berkebun, kemudian dia nampak kemalangan. Okay, so past continuous describe the ongoing activity in the past and set the scene for another action. And then look at the next sentence. Okay, you were not baking cake since you enjoyed pizza more. So it's telling here that we know that this person just not baking cake because this person loved pizza so much. So this create a situation. Remember I told you about keadaan, suasana ataupun perasaan. So this is what it is all about. Let us look at number 3, which is the question. Okay, you look at the question. Were the dogs sleeping when the robber broke in? So here we can see that the idea here perhaps the dogs were sleeping when the robber broke in. Sekadar nak beri gambaran suasana tu. Instead of saying were the dogs sleeping, seolah macam tanya soalan, anjing tu tengah tidur ke waktu tu? Okay, tapi waktu bila? Waktu pencuri tu pecah masuk rumah. So you give the suasana dekat situ. You give the situation. You give the idea of how it is how the action take place. Okay, how it happened. Okay. I guess you do understand that now. So let us check whether you really understand it or not. Okay. But like I said just now, I love exercise. So only then you know whether you really understand whatever you had learned just now. Instead of listening to me explaining just now, you should try this so that you know whether you really understand or not. Okay. So let us look at the first exercise. Okay. So we have positive and also negative. So positive sentence, I was studying at home. Was studying. So if you want to make it a question, you need to start with was and then followed by the subject, I. So the answer should be, was I studying at home or was studying I at home? The answer should be, was I studying at home? Okay. Number 2, it was running on the street. Okay. It was running on the street. The subject should be in the middle between was and the ing. So the answer should be, was it running on the street? Okay. This one is wrong because you start with it. Okay. You cannot start with it. You should start with was. Okay. Number 3, Azman was cooking in the kitchen. So you need to take this one. Okay, so this should be in the front. So we have was cooking or was Azman cooking? The answer should be, was Azman cooking in the kitchen? Okay, when you get the idea, all seems easy, don't they? Let us proceed with the negative sentences. We have over here, number 1, the boys were not sleeping soundly. Okay, the boys were not sleeping soundly. You should start with the verb were, and then the subject, which is the boys, and then continue with the ing. So we have whether were the boys not sleeping soundly or were the boys sleeping soundly. Remember, please bear this in mind, question should be neutral. So not is wrong. The answer should be, were the boys sleeping soundly? Number 2, she was not paying attention. So the answer should be, was she pay attention? Was she paying attention? Which one? Remember to not change the ing. Make it remain there. Just put it over there. So the answer should be, was she paying attention? Okay, let us look at the last one. The lady was not attending any event. Okay, the lady was not attending any event. So the correct answer should be, was the lady attending any event? Okay, this one is wrong because got not over there, so it becomes negative. Okay, so now let us go through the last one. Okay, Do you know when you should use past tense? Okay. You will use past tense when you want to talk about something that happened in the past. Okay. For example, when you want to talk about last year's birthday party or something that happened yesterday. Okay. And remember that past tense is divided into 4. You have simple past. Okay. Over here, simple past, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. And the 2 that we focus on today is simple past and also past continuous tense. So what is simple past tense? Simple past tense is when you want to talk about an action that happened in the past and it finished in the past. Berlaku waktu tu dan habis waktu tu. So anything you did yesterday and you finished doing it yesterday is counted as simple past tense. For example, I have over here, yesterday I brushed my teeth. So teacher gosok gigi, habis kemarin. Takkan teacher nak gosok gigi daripada kemarin sampai ke hari ni kan? So something that happened yesterday. So gosok gigi sudah habis. So boleh cerita yesterday I brushed my teeth. Okay? So that is what simple past tense. But for past continuous tense, it is an ongoing action or something that is in progress in the past and it set the scene for another action which is also in the past. Semua waktu lalu ongoing memang tengah berlaku tetapi perkara yang dah lepas dan selepas tu ada aksi lain. Contohnya, I was brushing my teeth when I realised I had homework to complete. So I was brushing my teeth, tindakan brushing my teeth and then had homework to complete. Baru teringat, I remember I had homework to complete. So 2 aksi. Okay, tapi aksi yang pertama brushing my teeth and then teringat. Okay, so I hope so that is the end. Okay, I hope with my sharing today, okay, you understand what is past tense, especially simple past tense and past continuous tense. And I hope that the next time we see again, we can focus on the future tense. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Daripada Anas bin Malik radhiyallahu anhu berkata, Nabi SAW pernah berdoa, Allahumma inni a'udzubika minal barasi wal jununi wal juzami wa min sayil asqam. Ya Allah, aku berlindung denganmu daripada penyakit sopak, penyakit gila, penyakit kusta dan penyakit-penyakit yang buruk. Hadis diriwayatkan oleh Al-Imam Abu Dawud dengan sanad yang sahih.